More California crap. California, and I didn't want to get stuck too long. I know we were talking before the break about executive order versus Project 2025. I want to get to this California crap stuff and to some John Deere things, but I'm just trying to get you to understand. And I wrote this down, right? I made a little note. Let me find my little note. Once they have you blinded by hate, they begin to manipulate. And then I put in parentheses, state-controlled or agenda-controlled media. I'm starting to lean toward that it's not necessarily state-controlled, right? Because like you would say, okay, the Democrats are controlling it or the Republicans are controlling it. Right now it's very Democratic, it's very liberal, it's very left. So, and we can see it. I mean, any story you watch, and especially if you're on social media a lot, sometimes I feel like I'm on it too much now. So I've started seeing a lot of things that normally I don't see because I'm on there checking our posts and responding to people and replying to people. And I'm very thankful. I mean, last night I had like 92 engagements on Facebook. And Amy's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm answering my people. I'm talking to my people, you know?
Your fan club.
Yes, and thank you for being part of the Morris Mafia.
And you can join it too by liking us on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram.
And the YouTube. Yeah. Our YouTube is blowing up.
I have the last 3 videos that were posted are like 10,000 views each.
Yes, listen, you don't want to miss out on this goodness. Get in on the ground floor. So when we're like 1 million views, Mama's clapping. When we're like 1 million subscribers, 1 million views, you can say, I helped build that dude. I almost said what I used to call myself, but I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah, no.
It's a GGA word, but I used to call myself that. But anyways. Where am I? Oh, you don't want to miss this. Heather, you're kicking butt.
Oh, okay.
You're doing a fantastic job with these videos.
It's neat to, I mean, it's good to hear your perspective because you're very wise on a lot of this like whole government stuff and what's actually happening to small business. But people are really enjoying understanding where their meat cut comes from because, and literally before watching you cut a cow, I had no idea. None. Absolutely not a clue.
Really?
And now, yeah. I mean, I know for somebody who does this as a living and every day, you're probably like, you can look at a steak and just tell where it comes from. I'm not to that point yet, but I am understanding how the body works more, which is bizarre because I am not a cow, but I am understanding, and it's interesting.
You're more like an antelope.
Yeah.
A gazelle, maybe. You're more like a gazelle.
I will be a gazelle, all right.
Yes. Yeah, you're more like a gazelle. Leaned out, or a young deer is not on the eligibility shoot list yet.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm
not eligible to be shot at. Okay.
Yeah, you're a dude deer, and you got horns, antlers. They're just not over 5 inches yet, so you're unable to be killed.
I'm not a dude.
Or they're over 5 inches, but they're not quite.
I'm lost. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, you're just not on the shoot list. You're a little lean. We got to fatten you up a little bit.
No, I'm good.
Well, one of the cool things, and of course, I just know what I know, and I was raised on the farm, and then my buddy that helps me, we call it silver skin, we call it the enzyme. So I was like, let me look up a couple just to make sure I got the words right. But I want to go back and we'll talk about a little meat training real quick, a little meat stuff. But when you open up a cow, so like the cow is dead, bled out, all the skin, the hide, everything's off, and you have what you call the carcass, the hanging carcass on the hoof cow. I was showing you how what we call the inside skirt, outside skirt, both of them are inside the rib cavity.
Right.
But one's on the outside of the rib, one's on the inside, so that's why it's inside, outside. One's a little bigger. And then you have your flap and your flank, and all that sits on the rib cage, on the inside. And it's all protected, by what we call silver skin or fascia, right? Fascia. All right? Did I pronounce it right?
I'm just thinking it looks more like the caul of what a baby is born out of.
Yeah. You're gross. You just ruined it.
You're the one
trying to sell steaks to
slaughtering
people right
cows.
Yes.
I mean,
not comparing it to the baby sack.
That was fine.
I guess some people eat babies.
No, they don't.
Really?
No. Nobody eats babies.
I think the Clintons do.
Nobody eats babies. Okay, that's a dumb rumor. That is a conspiracy.
You don't believe all right, hang on. You don't believe at all. You don't believe at all, and I'm not saying the Clintons do this, but you don't believe at all that part of the abortion and the harvesting of organs and all that isn't for some satanic or some crazy ritual.
No.
You think all that's made up? Because there's a very, very, very big, and if you go down that rabbit hole, you can find some stuff that you won't sleep at night.
They're not eating babies.
About part of the reason why they want abortion so much is because they use the blood, and there's something in the baby's blood and the placenta blood that
Well,
they
you get stem cells out of all that stuff.
that they're harvesting out of these little baby kids.
Right, stem cells.
And they're
not eating the stem cells.
They're drinking. They're making bloody marys out of them.
No,
You don't think any of that's true?
no,
Really?
no. Harvesting the organs
But you
of
know,
an
if you
older
go all the way back
fetus,
to like
yes.
pre-Ozark time, like old country, 1400s,
Oh,
right?
just lost another one. Mama, fire up the stove.
Well, no, but they used to take infants and newborn babies and do blood sacrifices to different gods and different demonic oppressions.
But were they eating the babies? I mean, they weren't
Yes.
drinking. No,
Yes.
no.
Google it.
I'm
Look at that.
not.
All the way back to like the Celtic. You got to go way back. And there's a bunch of tribes. I don't know all the names.
Okay, nobody's eating babies today.
Can you bank on that? Can somebody debunk this or bunk
I mean,
this?
I don't think I can prove it one way or another, but
Like nobody confesses. Like, yeah, we eat babies every night. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
nobody's gonna confess to that.
Hey, what are you talking? Y'all don't
That's
have
weird.
Y'all don't have eat baby Saturday night. No, we have chicken and wings on Saturday. Chicken wings and fries or what?
Well, I have you something better than eating babies. We have meat.
Yes. Can we get back to meat?
Okay, go for it.
You see the rabbit trail?
Yeah, babies are not meat.
They're neat though.
Weirdo.
The fascia is the connective tissue outside the epiphyseum, which surrounds and separates the muscles. All right, did you know that?
Well,
So-
I did because I saw it.
Isn't that neat? Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
No, I didn't see you peel it off of the skirt steaks.
I did. That was I did because you weren't there for the
I
trim.
weren't there. Yeah, I wasn't there for the trim
No,
of
no.
the.
I got you. I have sucked you into my country.
You heard that?
I heard you just said
Yeah,
I
I'm-
weren't there.
Yeah,
You
I don't
better
know what
not
just happened.
dump that. Don't hit that button. Heather
I'm
just
gonna
said.
edit all this out.
Heather just said I weren't there. I weren't there when you
I
trimmed that.
wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. That's proper English.
Just
I weren't.
stop.
I weren't there when you trimmed that out there. Excuse me. My mom paused in town. I gotta go. Oh my gosh! Us since we're there together. Remember?
We were there together.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I have affected you. Oh, in a positively negative way. Each compartment contains a bundle of muscle fibers. Those muscle fibers join muscle groups. Those muscle groups can be identified. Now, I really do need to do the research on who named them and why the eye round is the eye round and the bottom round is the bottom round and the rump roast is the rump. I don't know that. And like my buddy, who I can't say his name on the radio, but that has Countryfied taught me how to break down an animal, and he's surgical. He's so much better than I am. I wonder if we could ever do a video with just his hands
Sure.
and watch him break down the video, but his face and none of his body could be in the video. I have to run it by him. He listens to the show. If you're listening, let me know. Send me a text if you can do that. If I can get just your arms and your hands in a video.
Well, and apparently you need sharper knives or
I do need sharper
bone
knives.
knives or
No, I do, listen. I do need
pruning knives. I don't know.
No.
but something-
Deboning knife, but I have a
That's
I have a
it.
boning knife. Like I've told everybody, I've tried everything. The best way I can keep a knife sharp is with a rock in the field. When we used to harvest vegetables and I'd cut cabbage and cut greens and all that, if I'd find a lime rock or some type of rock in the field, I'd keep that in my pocket and I'd use that to sharpen my knife all day. But you can't do that at the butcher shop. They don't. You can't
yeah, that's
sharpen it
frowned upon.
on a rock.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've always been terrible at keeping the edge on the blade. I don't know. I can't explain it. I've tried. I've learned. I haven't learned. I've tried the whetstone. I've tried the rope, the belt. I've tried.
It's just well used. The knives are just well used.
I even bought that machine. They got a machine online you buy. Meh, meh. But I've also, like a grinding wheel works, but it eats the knife up too
Yeah,
much.
it
But
does.
anyways, I know this, you have to like close your mind and go with me on a journey, will you? Or go to YouTube and watch our videos,
Do that.
okay? and you can, while you're on YouTube, you can bounce back and forth between this part of the show and you can look at the clips and you'll see what I'm saying. The fascia in the what we call the white skin in between the muscles, when you find that, so like when you first start opening up a cow and you're working on the back leg, you go around the pelvic bone and you separate where the sirloin steaks and the T-bone and the porterhouses are. I pulled off the sirloin top roast. That's different than the sirloin steaks, right? And then that comes off, and then underneath that, that's where you have your top round, bottom round, all right? And that's where you cut your London broils out of. And then you have that cap that I showed you. And then it's very important. So when you're cutting the back leg of a cow, on the front side, the knee side, you cut all the way down to the skin, to the bottom, to the film. And then you roll off the sirloin top roast. Now, on the back side, when you cut in, you kind of have to use your fingers and pull the meat a little bit off the bone as you're cutting, because you only want to cut halfway down the bone. You don't want to go down past the bone. Because remember that one video I said, I got into the eye round a little bit, but not a big deal because we're going to grind it. So if you go down too far, you cut into another muscle structure. But if you follow that seam right, once you see it, you hear it pop, and then you can use your fingers like I did in a couple of the videos, and I kind of separated that a little bit. And then with the point of my knife, I just kind of popped it away, and then you just peel that muscle structure off. And then we had the nice eye round. Then we flipped it over. We pulled the bottom, the rump roast and the, my brain died. The rump and the bottom. We pulled the rump and the bottom off, and there's two bottoms and one rump. And then you separate the different muscles, and you go through there. It's kind of easy to cut the steaks because you line it up, and literally you have your sirloin. The last sirloin is a porterhouse. The last porterhouse is a T-bone. The last T-bone is your first ribeye. The last ribeye is your first chuck. So the structure of the cow moving up the backbone is very simplistic. The hard part, the surgical part, is being able to pull the back leg apart in all the different muscle structures and being able to salvage and utilize the eye round, the London broil, the rump roast, the bottom round, the top round, the sirloin, the picanha, the tri-tip, and not destroy those or cut pieces of them off and leave them on other pieces. And that's where the surgical part comes into. And in the old days, we just ground stuff up. We just cut it up into stew chunks or whatever. So now that I'm doing butchery in the butcher shop, and I've been doing it for a while now, but learning to get better at that and really take my time, it's I don't know, it's like a magical place for me. So check out the videos on YouTube. You've got them all broken down pretty good.
Yeah, I still have the one that we did yesterday. Was it yesterday? The days are running together.
We've done a lot.
Yes, I am done with the first one that we cut. Was that the front quarter?
Yes, we did the front quarter.
So that is now all posted.
Okay.
I'm starting the back quarter.
Okay. All right, cool. That'll be a fun one to watch. So everybody check those out. And then good news for you is I won't see you again probably till Monday afternoon or Tuesday.
Oh, good. I can get the rest taken care of maybe.
And and maybe enjoy, take a little break, relax, enjoy some time, but get all my videos out.
Fine.
So I just want, I don't know. I think it's cool. We're going to start and continue. Well, we already started. We're going to continue to do educational videos, pop in a little bit of knowledge while we're doing them. Recipes. We're going to talk some politics continually because I care. I'm concerned. The Bible says my people without vision will perish. God has given me a gift. I humbly accept the fact that I see things that some people don't see. And I don't understand why people don't see them because to me it's so elementary. It's like, can't you see what's happening? You know, we have this guy that follows us online, and every time somebody puts a clip up about Kamala, he's like book pages, paragraphs of, that's not true. She said 9 more words, but they clipped her 9 words. It's not fair that they cut her words and they cut her clips and they make her look stupid. And I was like, dude, we'll be right back and I'll tell you what I said to him.